Hello, I'm Whisper. This is Dyson's free program. We'll quickly drop into our low speed run. And we're going to have a little talk about proliferation. Because there's some things that I've done which I really shouldn't have done in retrospect. One of them is this. If I want more output, just add on some more or make another build, because honestly this stuff is pretty much low end. In the beginning game that is a pig to make, but at this point free practically, there you go. I don't do hydrogen generally or deuterium. It's simply because this isn't really hard and it's pretty easy to get from our gas giant or other gas giants. At this stage these things are easy. I think that's all I've got on this planet that could potentially be proliferated. So let us go to our, not too far of a jump, here we are, back to our jump start. The devs really made a good job of making everything pretty beautiful. I mean, look at that. It's always fun going screaming past the Dyson sphere too. Alright, where are we? I believe that our planet so crashing into the gas giant, I got pretty much where I wanted to be. Okay, proliferation. In the early days, silicon was very short in this system, 1.4 million. Proliferation, to eke it out twice, to get things that were very much needed, absolutely worth doing. Proliferation of clients to get extra hashes and to get extra pieces for long end chains. Again, absolutely worth doing. I like this actually, even though we're nowhere near getting the shebang, because we are incredibly short of power in the form of antimatter. Right, other things proliferated. Let's have a look around. Bother with that. Did with that because this is again some of the harder things. It's pretty much a long chain. In the early game this was worth proliferating because the sulfuric acid was a pain. I should rip that out now. There's no point, just make the thing longer. Here, a pretty long chain, and it was definitely worth it. Let's go into this view. This is our big motors build on our jumpstart planner. I should probably actually make that to use a few more of them. Because honestly that lot is probably becoming our bottleneck in a way. Where are we? Oops, a little too much of a swoop in. Never bothered proliferating this because of the hydrogen. It'll chow down proliferate very quickly. However, it is very much worth doing these because they are so incredibly slow. as in they take, where are we? In filters. 12 seconds per to make. That sucks. Which is why that is double the size of this. It's actually closer to triple the size. These, of course, when you add that and processors, these are very expensive. Same here, you're going to be doing very expensive. Proliferate it so you get just a little extra more. Put it here, so we get more green, and obviously proliferating the cubes here that we make into warpers, because we, well, alright, 10 per cube instead of 8 is good, and it doesn't look like I'm going to run out soon. Cool, actually. Maybe I won't have to duplicate that anywhere for a while. I think that's pretty much everything that I've proliferated. However, there are some places that it's not really worth proliferating, and I think we'll just jump into our Sandbox and we'll try and illustrate it with some numbers. Oops, come on. So, put you here. And we are going to have, I think, ears and blue proliferate, because that's what we have at the end of the game. Now, we only have mark 1, 2, so let's go mark 3s, and our dark fog toys. Mark 1, 2s, I should say, not mark 1s. Mark 1s are orange. 3s and toys. Say toys, these are incredibly useful, so long as we have the oomph as in power, and also oomph as in resources to keep feeding them. Like anything, no resources, no bang for your buck. Let's pull out a couple of belts of iron. Lights, here we go. And this one's going to be iron plate. As is this one, but this one is also going to be proliferated. Just to keep track. And let's see. Proliferate it. Can we get it there? We can. Question is, can we actually get it here? Yep. We can. Right, what will we make? Let's make gears. The reason we'll do gears is because it's 1 per second is the recipe. Now, let's have the output. Let's just consume the output. And this will be our counter. Anything greater than 0. Unproliferated and output. Let's copy these across. Make it nice and easy. Proliferated iron. Unproliferated iron. Proliferated. Our last unproliferated and our last proliferated. Let's do some measurements, eh? So, back when we had these, it was really good to proliferate. Just by default proliferate. Now we've got these, they do twice as much. Those go at 1.5 rate, those go at 3 rate. Twice as much as them. Twice as fast as them. So we have here 540 kilowatts, half a megawatt. And it makes, still catching up, 1 a second anyway is the recipe. I'll just double check that later. 1.35 megawatts, 2.5 times the power to get 25% extra. So to go from 60 a second, which is this, to 75 a second. Right, we're there now. And that's 60. So we're using 2.5 times the power to get a little rather pathetic extra amount. If we were really space constrained, it might be worth doing with these. Probably not. Resource constrained, totally it could be worth doing. Let's look at these ones. So we are 1 megawatts though, and we're making 90 a minute, which is 1.5 a second. Nearly 3 times that, 2.7 megawatts to get another 25%. 112, 113? Probably 112.5, or instead of 1.5 a second, about 1.8 or something. I could do the math, but I'm not going to bother. These are an improvement on proliferating. 1.35 megawatts, 1.08 megawatts, so less power, and you get more than proliferated out. So in many cases, just upgrade to the latest that you can manage. It's just totally worth it. Now we get to this one, 2.7 megawatts. This is 2.7 megawatts. 112 and a half, 180. Essentially twice that for the same price as proliferating it. Because that, remember, is 90 a minute, or 1.5 a second. This is 3 a second. For the power of proliferation, or the power cost of proliferation, play with the dark fog toys. It's simply not worth really proliferating, which is why I pretty much jump past these. I do these, and I know I can upgrade to get 3 times the output here, assuming that we have the power, which is right now in a bit of short supply. Working on it. Now this one, 180 a minute, proliferated, 225. It's worth doing for the long chain, but on the whole, 2.7 megawatts, unless you've got plenty of power, you are going to be chewing through it really hard. 2.5 times, that's painful. But at the end game, yeah, totally worth doing. However, most of the way, just upgrade your assemblers. It's easier than proliferating in most cases. There are situations, like I showed on the other one, It's totally worth proliferating to get extras for some long chain. And it's not like you're chowing down on, say, 100 of these running at triple speed or 2.5 times power, when you can just go to there, 100 of these, and you're getting twice as much out with the same power as proliferating it. This might sound a little incoherent. Not really good at tutorials. So, it can be, I suppose, fun to proliferate, do an entire proliferation run. These days there's essentially not much point until you get to the end, or to the end of the chain, and then yeah, proliferate that and get a little extra is worth it then. Otherwise, just slap on extra assemblers, upgrade your assemblers. It's not like we're constrained for space, and by the time we get to this point we've got big toys to play with. Use them. We'll get to the point where you can use them. We are not quite there yet in a slow speed run, because I've been a slow slacker in getting the antimatter up and running. At any rate, I think that is all. Hope this has been informative to you. And yeah. Oh, if you do decide to do a start to end proliferation run at some point, the maths gets complicated. You do have to start getting heavily into the mathematics. If that's your thing, go for it. Enjoy yourselves. Me, I'm just a lazy sod. Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. And yeah, alright, I need a little extra. No problem. Bang. Anyway, that's me. Cheers. Enjoy Dyson Sphere.